photo technician who develops an unhealthy obsession with a young family.
Snapshot, then, was originally a hunting term.
The usually effervescent comedian tones himself down so much, Psy practically disappears, with a forgettable face and voice that hide his anguish and isolation. By making us sympathize with this creepy character, Williams proves he can channel his energy into both comedy and thrilling drama.
We just took pictures.
You have the right to remain silent.
One Parrish in Jumanji.
What year is it?
Sarah Whittle.
Run! It's a stampede!
Sarah and I would like to get out of the floor, so it's your turn, Peter.
Just a few of the memorable moments and lines from Jumanji. Rock, I love you. Don't mess this up. Walter Finch in Insomnia. This 2002 Christopher Nolan movie is often glossed over when discussing his filmography. It teams up Al Pacino and Robin Williams in a film that's been a bit forgotten. A remake of the 1997 Norwegian film of the same name, Insomnia follows the story of LA detective Will Dormer as he is sent to a small Alaskan town to investigate the killing of a high school girl. Once there, events set in motion an intricate game with the killer that asks many moral questions both of Dormer and the murderer himself. Williams plays the bad guy here, as he's often proved that he could do, and he leaves all the jokes at the door for a seriously good, underrated performance. We don't even hear his voice until about 49 minutes in, and we don't see his face until even later. The film builds his character up, and the mystery surrounding him results in a presence created by Williams that is pretty heavy for the rest of the film.
They never look in the eyes of a killer. Killing changes you, you know that. It's not guilt. I never meant to do it. It's like awareness.
He plays a reclusive and antisocial writer turned killer. Hearing him describe the murder is pretty bone-chilling. He makes excuses that paint his character all the more unstable, yet still strangely calm.
She's terrified. She's screaming her head off. I put my hand over her mouth. and then I'm really scared. I'm like, yeah, I'm scared shitless. More scared than I've ever been before. And, you know, I'm more scared than her. And then everything was clear.
Pacino and Williams have some nice chemistry in their tit-for-tat scenes that ends up being the core of this story and moral dilemma. Combine that with some seriously effective action scenes from the two stars, and you have something unique enough to check out.
Mister, may I buy lamb chop?
Sure thing, mister.
Flaunting his ear for accents, Williams becomes a sensitive Soviet saxophonist who defects while visiting New York, which means he completed crash courses in both Russian and sax playing.
You tell me now, if I want law and order, I should go back to Moscow, stand in line for bread.
Stale bread.
Stale bread.
This early dramatic role earned Williams a Golden Globe nomination, as he uses his eccentric and endearing qualities to fade into the part of an immigrant who's confronting culture shock and the difficulties of building a new life.
Hey, you yourself! Okay, pal? Okay, mister.
Peter Pan in Hook. For me, when I think of Robin Williams, my mind immediately goes to a couple films. This is one of them. What if Peter Pan grew up? That's the question at the crux of this Steven Spielberg-directed film. When his children are kidnapped by Captain Hook, Peter must return to Neverland and rescue them. The problem is, Peter Banning has no memory of his life as Peter Pan. Once there, Tinkerbell and the Lost Boys try to get Peter back in flying shape to finally defeat Hook and retrieve his kids. Those are actually some great scenes, and not just for a kids movie.
Are the parishes still around?
I see him now and then.
Yeah?
They're over on Adams Street.